by your Holy Spirit, as we listen and write, guide us by internal lights as we discover more about the world around us. We ask all of this in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Ashley, for leading our prayer. So we have a new students in here. You guys are very familiar. Brent is here, Faye, Julian. Good morning to everyone. So let's start before we move on, or before we jump on to the actual story. Of course, we are going to have a quick activity. So for the first activity, I have prepared a few riddles for you to read and guess what is being described in there. So the first activity is, of course, just a few riddles. You're just going to answer what is being described on the following riddle. So let's begin with the first riddle. Okay, it's a very easy one. And I hope that you will be able to guess what is being described in here. Can somebody read and try to answer? Brent, do you want to try? Brent Madridano.
Ano po yun, ma'am?
Can you read what is being presented in here? It's a riddle. And you're going to try to answer what is being described in here. Or anyone who wants to try? Go, guys. You can do it. Wait, let me check if anyone is in YouTube now. Hold up. Okay, no one's in YouTube yet. YouTube Live. Anyone wants to answer what is being described in here? If anyone in YouTube now. Why can I hear my own voice? No one? Are you sure? It's a very easy one. Let's have Faye. Faye Bernales, do you want to try? What's the answer to this?
Yellow po.
Yellow as well. Read it first.
There's one story house where everything is yellow. The walls are yellow, the doors are yellow, even all the furniture is yellow. The house has yellow beds and yellow clutches. What color are the stairs?
What color is it?
Yellow po.
Are you sure? Read it again, the first sentence in here. It's not yellow. There is a one-story house. What do we mean by one-story house? Wala na mag-a-answer. Promise. Sirit na. Okay. I think this is quite difficult for your grade level. But for this riddle, the answer to this one is... Yes, Rain, you want to answer? Rain Andrea. Oh, she unmuted her mic already. But the answer to this riddle is... There aren't any stairs because, of course, it's a one-story house. When we say one-story house, there isn't a second floor, third floor. It's just a one-story house, first floor lang. So no stairs at all. Let's move on to the next riddle. Try to answer. Who else do we have in here? Laylin Gita. Can you unmute your mic? Laylin. Okay, let's have Rain Mondala. Rain, can you unmute your mic and try to read the riddle? You're not very fond of riddles. I see it. It's very obvious. Okay, who else do we have in here? We have a very few students. I have invited a lot, but a few of you just joined. Yes, Chloe.
A girl fell off a 20-foot ladder. She was hurt. Why?
Why do you think so?
Because she fell off a 20-foot ladder.
Because she fell off a 20-foot ladder. You think that's the answer? Of course, when you fell off the 20-foot ladder, you're going to be hurt, right? But why was the girl not hurt? Can you guess? Let me check the chat box. No one's responding here either. Okay. Good na sa answer ni Chloe. But which part of the 20-foot ladder? You wanna try again or sirit na?
Sirit na po.
Okay. The answer to this is the girl fell from the first step of the 20-foot ladder. Of course, she is not going to be hurt. Let me just turn on my cameras. Okay, good morning, everyone. Sorry if I turned it on very late na. Hold up. Okay. All right, let's move on to the third riddle. This is a very easy one. I know that you guys are all familiar. Who wants to try to answer this riddle? Ashley Nicole. Good morning, Ashley. Can you unmute your mic? Ashley.
Ma'am.
Go ahead and read the riddle and try to answer it.
I am often following you and copying your every move, yet you can never touch me or catch me. Be what I am.
What am I? What's the answer to this?
Shadow po, ma'am.
Shadow. Very good. Okay, let's see if that is the answer. Yes, very good. That's a shadow. Riddles are very entertaining, right? It forces our brain to think. Now, let's proceed to another activity. This time, this activity is related to the story that we are going to read later. And of course, to get ourselves familiar with also with the terms that you will be encountering in the story. So the second game is entitled Unjumble, on which you are just going to guess what is the term that is being described there out of the jumbled letters. And aside from the jumbled letters, it has a few pictures on it on which you're going to use as a clue for you to get the term or the word. Of course, the students who will be able to answer get a special point, just like the ones who answered earlier. I remember Ashley and Chloe lang pala. Okay, let's start with the first term. What is the word that is being described in here?
Disease.
Disease. Good job. Who's that? Who was that? Was it Faye?
Ako po, ma'am.
Good morning, Faye. You're here pala. Okay, yeah, very good. It's disease. When we say disease, it's basically just a sickness. Just like the ones who are being presented in here. A few people are sick. Therefore, they have a disease. Okay, next. What do you think is this word?
Pollution.
Pollution, says Ashley and Chloe. Very good. This is a pollution. When we say pollution, a very toxic, a very toxic things are being introduced to our environment, just like this. And those gases, those are very harmful to our environment. And that is what we mean by pollution. I know that you guys are very familiar with it. What about this one?
Medicine.
Medicine. Of course, these are the ones that we use to cure the disease, right? And next, what is this?
Science.
Scientists. Scientists are the people who are conducting a study for them to get a specific answer that they want to know for a specific problem. Usually they do chemicals, they perform scientific studies, right? For them to get into the answer that they want to have. Last word.
Experiment. Experiment.
Experiment. Very good. So this is the procedure that the scientists do for them to get the answers that they needed when they are conducting a study. Experiment. Very good. So those are the important terms or word that you will be encountering in our story later. So I hope that you guys can still remember all of the definition, because later it's going to be very helpful. Okay, those are our activities. Thanks for those who have participated. So without further ado, let us begin with our story itself. It's entitled The Doctor Who Saved London. So as we read along, of course, I'll be asking each and every one to read parts of the story. And as we read, I'll be asking questions then as well for me to know that you guys are following. Okay? Let me check the participants. We are still 30, where are the other students? But yeah, let's begin now with the story. Can somebody read the slide? Chloe Sardido, can you read?
In the city of London about 150 years ago, many people started to get very sick. The sickness they had was called cholera. The disease caused panic among Londoners because nobody knew how to prevent it or how to cure it.
Okay, thanks for reading. What's the name of the disease again?
Cholera.
Cholera. So the name of the disease again is cholera. It happened in London 150 years ago. Next, can somebody read? Let's have Ashley Nicole. Ashley Nicole, can you unmute your mic and read?
Lots of doctors tried to figure out how to prevent people from getting cholera.
Cholera. From getting.
Most from breathing in polluted air. They told their patients to open their windows and breathe in fresh air as much as possible. However, this advice did not seem to work as more and more people contracted the disease.
Okay. Thank you for reading. So here in this part, lots of doctors have tried to cure the disease cholera, but they still cannot identify the cause of the disease and the cure to it. Okay, let's proceed. Brent Madridano, can you read the third paragraph of the story? Brent. Go ahead, Brent.
Babasahin po.
Yes po.
Dr. Olstroich to help the patient who already had cholera.
Cholera.
Some doctor told their patient to drink lots of water, but that did not help. Some told their patient to take medicine,
Certain.
but
Certain.
those did not help. Either the doctor did not know what to do.
Okay. All right. Thanks for reading, Brent. So in this part, the doctors are struggling. They are having a hard time finding for a cure to the disease. So they have tried giving certain medicines, but that didn't help, right? And so far, the doctors did not know what to do. What do you think will happen next? So the cholera disease is spreading. The cholera disease is spreading, and there is no cure, and the doctors do not know what to do. What do you think will happen, Faye? Faye
There will be
Bernales.
pandemic.
What was that again?
There will be uh, there will be pandemic.
There will be a pandemic, just like what we're experiencing now with the COVID. But good thing we know what to do now. But with this disease, the cholera disease, the doctors didn't know what to do. So I wonder what will happen next. Let's proceed with the next part of the story. Can you help me read Kyrie Jose? Kyrie. Sorry, I do not know how to pronounce. Go ahead.
idea. It was that cholera might have been spread through the water that people were drinking, maybe polluted. Water was making everyone sick.
Parang your mic is very, it's not very audible. Can you try again and louder?
John Snow was a doctor and scientist who had a different idea. He thought that cholera might have been spreading through the water that people were drinking. Maybe polluted water was making everyone sick.
Okay. All right, thanks for reading. So here we have a specific doctor. What's the name of the doctor that is being introduced here?
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow. So Jon Snow came into an idea that it's not because of the air. It is because of what? The cholera is because it's coming from
Water.
the water. Very good. Okay, so according to Jon Snow, it's not coming from the air. It's coming from the water that the people were drinking in London. Let's continue. All right. Try to read Alfred V. Ramos. Can you read the next part of the story? Alfred, you're just gonna read. At first, I think Alfred is not ready yet. Let's have Krisa May.
At first, other doctors and scientists disregarded Dr. Snow's ideas. They believed that cholera was sprayed air and that water was not the problem. Nobody paid much attention to Dr. Snow.
Okay, wait, hold on. Just give me 1 second. Okay, you're really so sorry for that. My dog is barking. Okay, so in this part of the story, the doctors didn't believe Jon Snow. Right? Let's move on to the next part. So far, are you understanding the story? Are you still following? Let me know if Okay, very good. Let me know if you have questions, or if something is not clear. Okay, so in this part, the scientists didn't believe Dr. John Snow, and nobody paid much attention to him. Let's proceed to the next part. Ray and Esteban, can you read the next part of the story? Rayan. Not ready yet? Okay, let's have Rain Andrea.
When scientists have an idea what is a non-movement is called a theory. Scientists then create experiments to test whether the theories are true or not. Dr. Snow developed a plan to test his theory about polluted water causing cholera.
About polluted. Try to read the last part of the story again. Dr. Snow
Developed a plan to test his theory about polluted water causing cholera.
Okay, thanks for reading. We read this as polluted and theory. Okay, so in this part, the Dr. Snow, wants to prove his theory and his idea that cholera is coming from the water. So let's see, how did he do it? How did he do it? How did Dr. Snow proved his theory? Can you help us read? Who else have I not called yet? Chloe.
Dr. Snow went to different neighborhoods in London and tested water. He also counted the number of sick people in each neighborhood. It was just as he had told. The neighborhoods which the cleanest water had the fewest sick people. The place which the dirtiest water had the greatest number of sick people. This proved his theory that cholera was spread through dirty water.
Okay, thanks for reading, Chloe. So in this part, Dr. Snow have a very solid fact now, solid evidence that the disease is coming from the water. And he did that by going to different neighborhoods and testing their waters. Okay, next part. Let's Alfred V. Ramos, can you help us read now? Are you ready now? Alfred. Let me see the YouTube. Feby Joy is in YouTube pala. Good morning, Feby. I hope that you're here. Yes, Mondala Rain.
Dr. Snow showed the result of his study to the mayor of London and the other doctor. They examined the evidence and realized that Dr. Snow was right.
Examined. We read this as examined. Go ahead and try to read the last part of this paragraph again. They examined
The evidence and realized that Dr. Snow was right.
Okay. All right. Thanks for reading. So in this part, Dr. Snow, this doctor, have showed the study to the mayor and to the other doctors. And they have found that, of course, Dr. John Snow was right. And they have known the cause of the cholera already. Go ahead and read. We're almost done with the story. Faye. Faye Bernard.
All over London, people stopped drinking water that might be polluted almost immediately. People stopped getting sick, and the whole city was overjoyed. Doctors knew how to stop cholera now. All it took was clean water.
Okay, right. So in this part, they have known how to stop cholera now, how to stop the disease. And all it took was just a clean water. So who would have thought that the widespread disease is just going to come from a very simple thing, right? I mean, like the water, right? So in this part, the Londoners are overjoyed because they have cured the disease. All right, we're almost done. Go ahead and read. Kier, Jose. So sorry, I hope that I'm pronouncing your name correct.
Thanks to Dr. Jan Snow, we also know how to stop many other that can be spread with dirty water. Teaching are now designed to make sure everyone has a supply of clean water.
Okay. All right. So in this part, not only the cholera was cured, right? So the other doctors and scientists and almost everyone knew how to stop other sickness or to prevent other sickness by having a supply of clean water. And thanks to Dr. John Snow for that. Last part. Okay, who do we have here? Mondala Rain again. Please read the last part.
We would not know about the risk of dirty water if it were not for Dr. John Snow. Scientific training, hard work, and discovery, Dr. Snow may not be as famous as a Batman or Wonder Woman, but he is a hero.
He is a hero indeed, of course. Do we all agree that in this part, Dr. Jon Snow was a hero? I want to hear each and every answers. Is Dr. Jon Snow a hero in the story?
Yes.
Yes, of course. Just like the modern heroes that we have today who are fighting the pandemic, I mean the COVID-19 pandemic, right? These are our modern day heroes, the scientists and the doctors. I hope that, okay, so that's the end of the story. It's entitled The Doctor Who Saved the London. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed the story as much as I do, because I really like this story. I like that the story has a bit of a science in it and it has a purpose, right? So to assess our learning, to make sure that you have learned something from the story, I have here a few questions and let's try to answer each one of it. Okay, so let's start with the first question. Ray and Esteban, can you answer now? Ryan's not responding much. I wonder what you're doing there. Is your mic not working? I hope that you use the chat box to answer, huh? But let's try to call some other students in here. What about Alfred? Are you ready to answer now, Alfred? Still no? Okay, I hope that you will also use our chat box to answer. But Ashley, Nicole, can you please read the question number 1 and try to answer na din as well?
Which of the following statement is not true?
Read. Read all of the options in here. I mean, all of the choices.
A, there is widespread disease in London happened 150 years ago. It's called cholera. The disease was the polluted that air people get from the gas of gasoline. The scientist who discovered the disease was John Snow. Because of John Snow discovered, the people in London knew the risk of drinking dirty water.
Okay, what's the answer to question number 1, Ashley?
My answer is letter B po.
Okay, yeah. Letter B, very good. Rayan Esteban Laurel, Section Laurel, I'm not quite sure. So sorry, I'm not in your GC. But maybe we can forward the story, Ma'am Alma, to Rayan so he or she can participate as well. Section Laurel, I'm not sure what section are you from. So sorry. But let's move on to the second question. Try to read and answer. Brent. Brent Madridano.
Ma'am,
Try to read question number 2 and answer it na din as well.
who is the beginning talk about in the fourth paragraph of the story?
So this is the fourth paragraph of the story. Who is being talked about in here? What's the name of the doctor? Here are your choices. What's the name of the doctor, Brent? Do you want to go back to the paragraph? Go, Brent. You can do it. I'll be waiting. So again, here is the fourth paragraph. Who is being talked about here? What's the name of the doctor in the fourth paragraph? Go, Brent. You can do it. It's very simple lang. Here are your choices. Also, sorry, it's not 1, 2, 3, 4. It's A, B, C. Sorry, I wasn't able to change it. But what's the answer? Here are your choices. Was it Dr. Snow, Dr. Strange? What's the name of the doctor? Or anyone wants to help Brent? Yes, Ashley.
Dr. Snow.
Dr. Snow. Very good. So Dr. Snow is the one who was being talked about in the fourth paragraph. This is Dr. Snow. Okay, let's proceed with the third question. Chloe, try to read question number 3 and answer it na din as well.
In the third paragraph, the word struggle means A, an easy task to do, B, ability to teach, C, a disease, D, a problem or difficulty.
So this is the third paragraph. This is the term struggled. So what do we mean by struggle? Here are your choices again.
D, a problem or difficulty.
A problem or difficulty, of course. Very good. Question number 4. Faye Bernales. Try to read and answer.
What is the name of the sickness that people from London were getting? A, COVID-19, B, cholera, C, chickenpox, D, fever. My
Okay.
answer is letter B, cholera.
Letter B. Very good. It's a cholera disease. So for everyone who is in here, make sure to sign in our attendance. The attendance form is in our chat box. Okay. So again, this is the paragraph. Let's proceed with the fifth question. Try to read and answer. Let's have Krisa May. Krisa May.
Why were people getting sick from cholera? A, they were eating dirty food. B, they were drinking dirty water. C, they were not taking enough baths. D, they were in polluted area. where the air is very bad.
Okay. What's the answer?
D po.
Good job. They were drinking dirty water. Letter B. That's the cause of cholera. Question number 6. Let's have Kayer again. Kayer, how do you pronounce your first name?
Here po.
Here. Okay. All right. Sorry for pronouncing it wrong. Go ahead and try to read question number 6 and answer it na din as well.
Which word in the second paragraph has the meaning as stop?
Okay.
B, different, the advice.
Okay. So here is the paragraph. This is the term. And here are your options again. What do we mean? I almost...
My answer is A.
What's the answer?
Prevent.
Prevent. I have pointed out the answer, but I know that you mean that you know the answer to this one. It's prevent. It's the same meaning as to stop. Okay. All right. Question number 7. Go ahead, read and answer. Laylin Gita. Parang I haven't heard Laylin yet. Laylin, can you unmute your mic?
Hello po.
Hello. Go ahead, try to read question number 7 and answer.
Doctors now thought that cholera might have been spreading through the water that people were drinking. In this sentence, spreading means A, to scatter, B, to stop, C, to drink, D, to cure.
Okay. What's the answer?
B po.
To stop? It's not B. Try again. So this is your sentence. Cholera might have been spreading through the water. What do we mean by spreading? Anyone wants to help Laylin? Try again, Laylin. To spread. What is it? It's letter A, to scatter. When we say to spread, parang it's being distributed through the certain area. And in this case, it is being distributed. The disease cholera is being distributed through the water. It's being scattered. Okay. Question number 8. Okay. Let's have Mondala Rain and Chloe later for question number 9. Go Rain, question number 8. Rain, Andrea.
The story happened in Newark City 150 years ago. B. Doctor Strange cures the disease. C.
Cured.
Many scientists.
Try to read it again. Doctor Strange cured.
Doctor Strange cured the disease. C. Many scientists disregarded Dr. Snow's idea that people are getting the disease from the answer. D. Cholera spread to the polluted air.
Through. Try to read it again.
Through the polluted air.
Okay. All right. Which of the following is true? Is it A, B, C, or D? What's the answer?
D po.
D. D or B?
D po.
D. Cholera is spread through the polluted air. Is that true? It's not? It's not letter D. Try again. Yes, Faye.
Letter C.
Many scientists disregarded Dr. Snow idea. Yeah, that's correct. Yes, that's correct. I was confused. Dr. Strange cured the disease and it was Dr. Snow pala. So sorry. Yeah, it's letter C. Many scientists disregarded Dr. Snow's idea. Very good, Faye. Question number 9. Let's have Chloe try to read and answer.
In the sixth paragraph of the story, what does the word theory mean?
Theory.
An idea that is not proven yet. B, a widespread disease. C, a person who cures disease. D, a medication for a disease.
Okay, so here is the sixth paragraph. And this is the term that we're being asked, theory. Okay, so what do we mean by theory, Chloe? What's the answer?
Wait lang po, ma'am.
Okay, let's go back to the sixth paragraph. Ay, charot. Eto, the sixth paragraph. Okay, let's go back to your options, choices again. What does theory mean?
C po, ma'am, a person who cures disease.
Try again. When we say theory, try to read the sixth paragraph. Read it aloud, Chloe. When
scientists have an idea that is not proven, it is called a theory. Scientists then create experiments to test whether their theories are true or not. Doctors now develop a plan to test this theory about polluted water causing cholera.
Okay, so what do we mean by theory again? It is go, Chloe, you can do it. Again for the Anna, what's the answer?
A.
A, very good. It is an idea that is not proven yet. It was said in here, right? When scientists have an idea that is not proven yet, it is a theory. Okay, very good, Chloe. Let's try to have Krisa May again for question number 10. Krisa.
Was Dr. John Snow discovery important? A, no, he only helped a few people. B, no, it's not important to drink clean water. C, yes. Now all doctors know how important clean water is to being healthy. D, yes, because clean water tastes.
What's the answer?
C po.
Letter C, very good. Of course, Dr. John Snow's discovery is very important. Now, we all know that drinking clean water is very important. Okay, so we are done with the 10 questions. Now, let us proceed to another activity. And here, in the next activity, we are just going to arrange the events of the story. Okay, so you are going to arrange it from A to E. And let's start. What is Yeah, what is the first event of the story here? What number was the first event of the story, first part of the story? Anyone wants to try? I will not be calling na. Just raise your hands. What's the first part of the story here? Yes, Faye.
4. The doctors struggle to know the cause of the disease and thought.
Yun agad? Number 4 agad?
Number 1 po, ma'am.
Number 1. Very good. So the first part of the story is number 1, of course. The city of London had a widespread disease called cholera. What's the next part? What number?
Number 4 po.
Number 4, says Ashley. The doctor struggled. Wait. Yes, correct. That's the next part. What's next to that? What number is next?
5.
5. The people in London started drinking clean water. Not 5.
Number 2 po.
Number 2.
3 po, ma'am.
Number 3 or 2. Okay, next part is number 3. Very good. Some of you is having some confusions pa. Same as me. I'm having a bit of a confusion. But next is, upon observing, Dr. Snow presented theory that disease might come from the polluted water. And what's next to that?
2.
Number 2 po.
Number 2. Let's try to check. Yes, number 2. And what's the last part?
Number 5.
Number 5. The people in London started drinking water. Very good, girls, for still remembering each and every event of the story. Very good. Good morning, Chad. You just entered. You just joined us. Why so late? We're done. We're almost done now. But I'm glad that you're here, Chad. Okay. We are done with the questions. Now, I have some few questions in here that you can answer, even without having to read the story. Actually, for this question, you need to read the story pala. But let's try to answer it. Anyone wants to try? Yes, Faye.
There will be a pandemic.
There will be a pandemic. What do you think will happen? Try to read it first, Faye, and then go with the answer. Go, Faye. Please read the question first. Nawala na si Faye. Faye, are you still there?
Wait.
Okay. Try to read. What do you think? So the others can hear as well the question.
The scientists will be struggle to find out what's the reason of the disease.
Okay, that's your answer. Okay, very good. I was just about asking you actually to read, but your answer is very good. What do you think will happen if Dr. Snow did not continue his experiment? So according to Faye, so sorry, please repeat your answer again, Faye. The next answer.
The scientists will be struggle to find out what's the reason of the disease.
Yes, correct. So if they did not believe to Dr. Snow, they will not come up to the solution because Dr. Snow had the solution already. Okay, so if they didn't believe it, of course, there wouldn't be an end to the cholera disease. There would be, but baka matagalan pa. Yes, Chloe. You have another answer?
Many people will suffer.
Yes, I totally agree. Many people will suffer. So it's good that Dr. Snow didn't stop with his study. Next question. Last question, actually. We're almost done. Anyone wants to answer this question? Read it first and then answer. Anyone? Who is your hero? What is your modern day hero? Anyone? Okay. I will start to answer this question because this question is actually a very good one. For me, personally, the modern day hero is my mom, my dad. My parents are my modern day hero. For me, they are the heroes in my life. They work hard to provide for myself and my siblings. Therefore, for me, they are my modern day hero. What about you guys? Who are your modern day heroes? Frontliners, says Chad. Frontliners and parents. Very good, Chad. Yeah, I totally agree. Frontliners who are fighting the pandemic are our modern day hero. Very good. What about the others? Anyone wants to add pa? Nona? Okay. All right. So that is going to be the end. I like that Chad answered the important question in here that we have learned in the story. The modern day hero are the ones who fight the diseases. Those are our frontliners, those are our doctors, and the scientists who are trying to cure the pandemic that we are currently at right now. We are currently experiencing right now. So these days we have a COVID-19 disease that is spreading around, and our modern day hero are the ones who discovered the vaccine, right? We can consider them as a modern day hero. Same as the ones who are trying to cure the ones who are sick, and those are our frontliners, the doctors, the nurses, and such. Okay, so we can relate the story, the doctor who saved London, to the situation that we are currently in right now. We are currently experiencing a pandemic. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed the story. Thank you so much for listening and attending our intervention class. Do you have any questions? You guys have any questions for me?
Wala na po.
None na. Okay. So if you guys do not have any questions, make sure to sign up on our attendance form, and then later I think you are going to have a quiz